What's up, y'all? This is Dre with Bill 206, Brothers United Leadership Development. We're here in the studio, the Dancing in the Rain media studio with Miss Carita from Holistic Coalition.
Hello, everyone.
I'm glad to have you here with us.
Thank you, Andre.
So we're just going to jump in. We got a few questions. We're just a couple friends having a conversation about the amazing business that you're running in the organization, the work that you guys are doing. Not just business, you guys are really tapped in and getting things moving. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your background in Holistic Coalition and the industry that you're in.
The industry of massage. Okay. I've been doing this for over 20 years now. Went to school, jumped in, jumped out, learned a little bit more, jumped in, jumped out. But I owned my own business back in 2018, Crafted Wellness. And with COVID, everything kind of took a downward plunge. Coming back into massage and body work, I ran into Deon, Abdullah, the body mechanic, and we created Holistic Coalition. And here we are with a different mission than I originally had with Crafted, really trying to reach the community and teach them or show them the different options when it comes to holistic care, opposed to surgeries and popping pills, trying to find different ways to help take care of their bodies. So,
And you guys do a little more than just massage. What else do you guys offer? I just want to make sure that folks know it's more than you guys are doing and tapped in a lot of other things besides just massage.
Thank you. Fitness. Deon is also a trainer, but we've collaborated with other business owners as well. We are in conjunction with Heru Heals, and he offers Qigong and meditations around the community as well. We're also tapped in with Fly Above, and we have a fitness center or a gym with them over at Watts Basketball. So we offer fitness trainings, massage therapy, physiotherapy, meditations. We also have a few connections with other therapists as well, chiropractors. We actually just made a connection, and this particular chiropractor offers IV treatments. So we're excited about that. We'll be popping up in different community events with that as well.
What's physiotherapy?
Oh, well, physiotherapy is anything that involves manual therapy, so massage, heat treatment, cupping, stretching. Physio is everything, just about. So all of those different modalities that we offer within our sessions, all of that together would be considered physio.
So I learned something new today. That's what's up. So did you always want to be in the healing and that type of industry?
Yes, actually. Coming straight out of high school, in high school, I actually worked. My mom used to clown me. She was like, "You just a water girl." I was not just a water girl. I learned how to do the taping, like taping ankles, fixing helmets, just helping the guys out all together on the football team. But I developed a passion for the human body actually during that time. And so it's always been an interest of mine just to learn more about the body and how it heals itself. And so for quite some time, I've always wanted to do this.
So you kind of already answered this question with that, but maybe you can dive in a little more. Like, what's your motivation to continue the work that you do, and who do you do it for, and why? So it's a two-part question.
Okay. Why? Why do I do it? Was that the first one?
Yeah, what's your motivation to continue to do the work? Like, what's your, and then who do you do it for, and why?
I have a natural desire to want to help people, especially my people, and introducing, especially when we're out in community and we do events in community, when I get people who say, "I've never had a massage before," or people who are a little timid or have a misconception about massage. I love educating those people, and I'm actually honored when people are like, "I've never had this, I've never done this, but would you do this for me?" So it's an honor, but educating my people, being there, connecting dots, helping healers connect dots in the community as well. So that was another reason why collaborating with other healers is important to me as well, or important to us. And who do I do this? I guess that's all the same thing. Why do I do it and who I do it for is all the same. It's for my community. It's also for, for my kids as well, teaching them that they should be out doing what they love to do and making money doing it, or at least trying to. So showing them, having an example for my kids. So several reasons, but it all goes back to my people.
And when you say my people, you're talking about black people, right?
Black people.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we're clear. So this is part of our Build Black Wealth initiative. Carita and Deon and Holistic Coalition, amongst many others, is part of our Build Black Wealth Incubator Program, our second cohort. So let's talk about your journey towards success, however you define that, right? And then what is the biggest lesson you've learned, or lessons, whatever you want to share with us. Like, let's talk about your journey towards where you're at now, or whatever you define as success, and then what are some of the biggest lessons that you learned? Because we want people to be able to learn from lessons instead of having to learn them on their own, right?
Right. Well, I will say thank you. I'll take this opportunity to thank you for the incubator program, because there's not one big lesson in any of this. It's like lessons along the way. And being a part of this program has allowed me, when we have those workshops that you put on so wonderfully, they actually are very informative. And there's things where let me start over. When I'm in those classes, being able to meet other business owners as well, and sometimes their questions may be something I never thought of, or sometimes it's, why you didn't know that? But it's good that we're all there together because we're helping each other, get further. So there's not just one lesson. It's a bunch of lessons. But I appreciate you guys for offering that. So thank you.
Yeah, and I'm not asking questions about our program. I'm talking about your journey, which is good. I appreciate the shout out, and shout out to the team that helps me help us do this work. But I want to hear your journey towards success, and then during that journey, what's the biggest lessons you've learned as you're heading towards success as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, right?
Well, I will say this outside of that. I wish I would have started doing this sooner. I am now in my 40s, and I am in my 40s, well in there. And I really wish that I would have come into this mindset sooner. As a business owner, when I first got into massage, I was 19 years old. It was just about gaining the experience, or gaining more experience. So I'm working for people. I think I worked at the airport doing the chair massage. I've done all kind of things. And so coming into the mindset of being an entrepreneur, I wish I would have gotten here sooner. I don't know if that's a lesson, or maybe that can be a lesson for someone else, that maybe just focusing and being more focused on what it is you're wanting to do within your business, opposed to doing it for somebody else. I don't know.
Right. What was it, fear that stopped you from doing, or comfort? Like, what do you think? I think that would be the lesson.
I think fear was, there's always a fear there, especially being so young. There's always a fear of not succeeding, where now you just work through the fear. Because there are still those fears, I still get nervous about things, and it's like, but you work through it. You just work with the fear,
All right, well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Once again, this is Dre with Bill 206. We're in the Dancing in the Rain Media Studio, and this is part of the Build Black Wealth Initiative. We'll be back in a second. All right, y'all. Welcome back. This is Dre with Brothers United Leadership Development. This is our Build Black Wealth podcast. And once again, I am in the room with Carita from Holistic Coalitions. We're going to jump back into these questions and keep this interview rolling. What resources do you think are needed for others in our community to be successful and start a business or entrepreneurship? Like, what resources do you feel like are most needed?
What resources are most needed in our community for other people to build businesses?
Just in our community for Black folks in general, you, other people, whatever, to build businesses and be successful.
More funding opportunities. More funding opportunities, but also educating us on how to obtain those, the ones that are there. Um, and the know-how, knowing what to do once you've received those funds. But all dealing with economics, anything having to do with economics is going to be what we need the most.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And then relationships and
Yes.
people got to start supporting Black business too. Like we got to start trusting and getting our money moving around
Yeah.
in the community. And that's kind of, to go back about you talking about the workshops that we've put on. And there's other folks, Black Dot, Africa Town. There's a bunch of other people that are doing workshops. So there's Our Money, Your Money Matters out in Auburn that's doing. There's a lot of people out here doing this financial education. But what we're trying to do in our initiative is to really create a safe space for Black folks to come have conversations. I think I said it like in every workshop. Like there's no stupid questions. We don't know. We've been excluded from this information. Our parents been excluded from this information. So how do we have a safe place for people to ask questions or just even if listen to other people's questions and learn? So because one, systematically we've been taught to mistrust each other. And then when you throw money on top of that, it gets even worse, right? And so let's create a space where ain't nobody trying to sell you nothing, ain't nobody trying to, run
That
some
part.
products or whatever.
Right.
And let's just, learn and make some things. And luckily we had some resources, so we were able to incentivize and use those workshops as an opportunity to inject money into the community as well. So I agree that we need more resources for folks to be able to do things.
Build is back with another year of our Build Labor Standards Initiative. Join us this year as we focus on the Black community members who are in the arts and entertainment category as we dive into the major ordinances within the city of Seattle. Join us at upcoming events and visit our website to learn more. Visit www.build206.com/labor standards to learn more today.
Definitely.
As an entrepreneur, what is one tip or trick that you've learned that helped you succeed?
Listen.
You have a hard time listening?
Listen. And taking every bit of feedback and just listening to those who've maybe done it before or have even tried to do it before. But really learning from others. That's the biggest tip and trick. The simple things, like when you messaged me the other day and was like, you need to do the, okay, got it. Thank you, sir. And I think a lot of people, I don't know, their ego gets in the way sometimes. So they don't listen or they choose not to take advice. But no, Carita's listening. So anybody out there, yeah, tips and tricks, I'm listening. So
yeah, it's always good to be able to take feedback and course correct and process improve. That's key. Yeah. Another thing that's come up with the interviews that I've done in the past and just in talking to people is, and you spoke on it briefly, is like mentorship, having people that you can talk to that are in business, that have been successful, that have systems in place that you can talk to and ask questions to in the industry that you're in or in other industries, because business is business, and a lot of times, especially when you're talking about finances and reporting and documenting and budgets and things like that, it's pretty universal when it comes to those things, and there's definitely nuances when you're talking about different industries. What's the best advice that you can give someone that's kind of struggling to get started? Like, what's the best advice you can give somebody?
Well, get started with massage.
Business, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say.
I will say with massage, because I've been an instructor as well, massage instructor, and I've had this question come up. And so for people who are looking to get into massage, into body work business, period, experience, you need experience, especially when it comes to massage and body work. It's something that you initially learn by book, but eventually you have to get to your own flow and understand the the different touches that you will be inclined to feel. And with that, I've been offering to quite a few. I actually met one at the Black Wall Street, a massage therapist, a student. And he was like, hey, you guys looking for help? Yes, we're always looking for other massage therapists to come in. And if you guys want to do events with us, yes, you just have to have on your little student badge and you can work with us. But getting experience where you can. When it comes to business, listening. Listening, just sit down and listen. There are people around you, even your uncle who has, crazy Uncle Joe or whatever, and he's always talking over in the corner. Just listen, because he's probably tried to build a couple businesses or has done. And so just listening to people's conversations and being more open to accepting feedback.
What pushed you to the point of starting? Because you said like, oh, you should have did it earlier. What actually got you to the point where you're like, you know what? I'm going to work for myself, and I'm going to employ some people, and I'm going to generate my own revenue. And
Good question, Andre. I was working when I said earlier, like I was in massage and I would get out, and I was like, yeah. So massage will burn you out if you let it. What was that, 2017, 18-ish, I was working in property management and had been for about 10 years. And I found myself arguing with these people all the time. I was arguing, and nothing they did was right. I didn't agree with any of the changes that the company was going through. I was always siding with the resident. I could see the changes in housing coming through. And this was right before COVID. So prices just went up. It was getting crazy. And I was just in an industry that I no longer believed in. And so I was like, I can't do this. This is not where I'm supposed to be. I can't. I told somebody the other day, I was like, I can imagine myself. I don't know if anybody else has seen Trolls. Have you seen the cartoon Trolls?
yeah, the movie, yeah.
Remember when they started losing their color?
Yeah.
And yeah, I was in the industry where I was losing my color. And it's not a black and white thing. I was losing my brightness. Like, I didn't care to go in. I was making excuses, calling in all the time. I was crying driving to work. Like, oh my God. And so I had to reassess. Somebody asked me a question one day, and he said, before money became an issue or became like the frontier for you, what was your passion? What was your desire? And it made me really start looking at myself and where do I want to be? And I've always loved massage. I've always had an interest in the human body. So it made me backtrack in my mind. So I was like, okay, this ain't where I'm supposed to be. So let me go where I'm supposed to be.
Let me go to where my gifts are.
Yes.
So how do people get a hold of you? How do they contact you or your business?
Several ways. You can book with us on our website at holisticcoalitionnw.com. You can find us on Instagram at holisticcoalition_NW. And you can find us on Facebook at Holistic Coalition NW.
Yeah, and all that information will be in the description.
Yes.
They're out here and about in the community. It sounds like they got some volunteer opportunities. They got some training opportunities. They also, let me speak for you, but they're into collabing with folks.
Come through.
So make sure you hit them up, get at them, follow them on their socials, and make things happen. Is there anything else you want to add before we wrap?
No, hit us up. Book your appointments.
Well, thank you for coming and joining us. We appreciate the energy and the work that you're doing in the community.
Thank you.
Yes, and once again, this is Dre with Brothers United Leadership Development, Bill 206. This is part of our Build Black Wealth Initiative, another episode, and we're in the Dancing in the Rain media studio, so make sure you tap in with them and hit them up with our brother Daryl, a.k.a. DQ Jizzle. All right, y'all, until next time, peace.
Peace.